first thing that struck me about St. Michael's Parish was the natural environment. I was in two Baltimore County parishes before I came here, and they were just over the city line, which meant that it was highly populated, row homes, densely populated communities. Whereas out here, I was surrounded with nature, and nature is one of my things I'm interested in. And the parish seems to impress visitors and newcomers as a warm and friendly parish.
What do you love most about St. Michael Poplar Springs?
Well, I think, being available to the people, my basic ministry is preaching, teaching, and healing. I've been well grounded in the Bible, and particularly in the principles and the documents of the Second Vatican Council. Of course, people come from different backgrounds at different parishes where they may have had a school, and so they kind of like look around and see if we don't have a school, well, how strong is your religious education program? How about visiting the sick and things like that. So I guess that they find a place warm and friendly, and that they are having some of their spiritual needs met. We want to introduce newcomers. They should see that we're interested, that we could summarize our mission in 5 mission areas. Liturgy or worship, religious education or faith formation, faith building, evangelization, bringing the gospel to people in the 21st century with different new means like social media and technology, the social gospel or social service, reaching out to the community, particularly especially in the spiritual and corporate works of mercy, and of course stewardship, which is the use of the time, talent, and treasure. Good stewards. We would want our people to be good stewards and to use their gift of ours, to serve, to share, to grow, to pray, and to give. Summarize it in their gift of ours, however they want to express that,
Yeah.
So I think that's important sense that they get, new people get, because that's what we're doing, basically, being church together. Greatest hope for the community of St. Michael's is that they grow in Christ. That's what it's all about. In fact, I like a quote from Pope St. John Paul the Second. Is it? Pope. He said that it's not enough to discover Christ. You have to bring him to others. The whole world is one great mission field, even in countries of long-standing Christian tradition. So the bottom line is that if I'm not presenting Christ, or if people are not growing in Christ, then then I would regard myself as not being what I'm here for.
What or who were the biggest influences in your life?
Well, I would have to say my mom, since my dad died when I was quite young. I was 4 years old when he died, and there was a big family. He left a big family, and I often admire my mother as a widow, handling the family with all those boys and one girl. And so she not only fulfilled the role as a mother, but also as a father, so to speak. And over the years, we became quite close as a companion and friend. So she had a great influence on me with her prayers and her example of faith. So definitely the parish priest had an influence on me because I was an altar server. And the seminarians that were ahead of me in class, we would see them doing their vacations, and I kind of like looked up to them. I also had a brother who was 7 years ahead of me in the seminary, who had an influence.
What was his name?
Eugene Ruane. And and in the late 50s, the culture still lent itself to strong family life and the vocation of priests. There was a lot of respect for priests in the community, and we got more support, it seemed. And then the 60s just exploded. The 60s were very restless, and that's when I went through the seminary, dealing with the explosion that took place in the 60s, anti-war demonstration, anti-college demonstration, riots in the city, and it was very unsettling time, assassinations of leaders whom our particular class looked up to. John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy. These were kind of like our heroes on the political scene, and they influenced us a lot.